It's Madden NFL 24, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the 49ers and the Rams, and it's coming up next.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here the Rams set to go to work on offense, and they're led by a man who topped the 50,000-yard mark in passing for his career a season ago. In year 15 now, here's Matthew Stafford.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. First run now for Kyren Williams. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Still 3rd down.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. Now Stafford. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The numbers on the ground for Williams a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. They'll get this one to Cobb complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. The Rams had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now it's Stafford. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Nick Bosa, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
A 53-yard attempt.
He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
False start, offense.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. What a pickup this man was last year. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Purdy looking to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, when you're facing a receiver like this, you always come into a game thinking, we've got to put our best corner on him. We've got to find a way to get him off his routes, limit his touches. But that plan, not working too well on this opening drive. That's already 2 catches for him, and this one, good for a first down.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And that one to the right side and incomplete. You talk about this Rams defense. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong play.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Purdy. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal. This a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is gone. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he returns this to the 22. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send down the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Jefferson going to go in motion right. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That play ended for a net loss thanks to Javon Hargrave. This defense for the Niners, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Throwing on third down, Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrated because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB2, let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
Here's a 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Now Stafford. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Javon Hargrave with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now a 2nd and 10. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And this is caught, Jennings. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Purdy to throw it on first down. This is Jennings. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. Fourth down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. And we're going to stop play here at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That's pulled in at the 32. And just shutting him off there. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They were winners a week ago over the Steelers, and they lead this one as well as they start here 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up. Good, strong run against the 3-4 set, and that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams, but when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he used his quickness to make a play.
Wishnowsky on to punt as he sends this one away. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
False start, offense.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Throwing is Stafford. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. They're staring up at a 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. That's to the sideline and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 52 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll get this complete to Charlie Warner. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Purdy. That's caught by Werner, the tight end. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 41-yard line. Throwing here, Purdy. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Purdy now to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Purdy sets up to throw again. That is caught. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 24-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Partner, that's excellent timing right there. Breaking off the route and being able to hit it right when he stops.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Now Purdy. He's got the hook up to McLeod. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now a 2nd and 2. Back to throw, Purdy. Over the middle, it's complete. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime, well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Well, the Rams going to take over late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Stafford's throw here, hauled in by Kupp. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. First down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Stafford. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And his kick is indeed good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. Not too much to show you scoring-wise in that first half. Just a couple of field goals make up all the scoring. But I wouldn't be surprised if we're close to a breakthrough, and things should open up as we move along.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Now an option play on second down. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. Purdy looking to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. On the counter, Mitchell. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he's going to have a Niners first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 30. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Try the right side with Mitchell. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you off sides. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters. And
he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And his kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Up the middle, it's Williams. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, they're hoping that the 2nd half is better for him than the 1st half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Still 3rd down.
They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty. Here's Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll get this down to the 48-yard line.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Williams going to get it again on second down. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Stafford going to give to Akers on the draw. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Now Stafford. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. This is 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will tie things up at 6-6. So matching field goals here to begin this 3rd quarter of play, and we are tied again.
And this is how it's been all game long, very much like a boxing match. Each team counter-punching each other, neither gaining a clear advantage.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Face mask. Defense.
That's a big letdown defensively. They had him stop behind the line, but the face mask going to bail the offense out.
And the hand does not have to be up there for too long. Just a little bit of a grab is going to be enough to get the call and the 15 yards against them.
Here's Samuel. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the 3rd quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
Motion left, Kupp. Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for LA. And even 40 yards.
You just had the feeling that sooner or later someone was going to come up with that one play. Neither team has really done a whole lot offensively, but here's one that pays off to the tune of big yardage, and it's one that could maybe get this group in gear.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Stafford. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Now it's Stafford. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here as it's now 9-6. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The 49ers offense now. They work their way back onto the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Once again, it's Mitchell. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. On the counter, Davis Price. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Purdy. He gets this one to Davis Price. So he's stopped for no gain. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Niners first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And they can't bring him down. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 31 yards there and a first down. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run pass option.
They're right down here looking for 6. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Davis Price. And same result. He's going to take this just to the line of scrimmage before running into a brick wall. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. That will bring up 4th down and an 11-yard loss to boot. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? and we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And this one is right through. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter.
False start, offense.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And this offense on third down today, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 14. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Here comes the Rams punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. First down, here's Mitchell. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 67 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Another run with Mitchell. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Give to Davis Price up the middle here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The all-everything defensive tackle, Aaron Donald, the one who made the play there. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
Give running right is Mitchell. Down to the 22-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd down, here's Davis Price. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
They'll run with Davis Price, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Here now, 2nd and goal. A handoff from Mitchell running left. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Elijah Mitchell, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the 49ers have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So now Stafford and the Rams down by 6. A minute 53 remaining. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Ball start, offense.
The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. They run over center with Mitchell. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
So now the story changes. Trailing in this one now. And time, a huge factor. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. And this one is incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. Now Stafford. This is Robinson, and he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now it's Stafford. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. Stafford gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Here's 1st and 10. A quick throw there is incomplete. Just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now. To throw is Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 23. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
From the red zone now, Stafford. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
The extra point here is good, but the late touchdown can only draw the score a bit closer as this game is over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah.